Hi everybody, this is Stacy Huffine, otherwise known as Tech Ninja Stacy on Twitter, and today I'm going to be showing you some of the best basic reasons why you should be using Google Docs. I've been using Google Drive and Google Docs for what seems like forever, and it just seems to get better all the time. So the first thing, which might not seem like a really big deal, but I absolutely love it, is the fact that you can easily rename your document while you're in it. With Microsoft Word, if you're in a document and you want to rename it, you actually have to go to the file, right click on it, and if that file is open, it will not let you rename it. So I like the fact that you can just click on the title, change it right there, and you're done. No worries. So that's an amazing feature that I like. It's just a time saver. The next thing is immediate saving. I've had numerous teachers complain to me that when using Microsoft Word or Excel or whatever it is, they have to constantly save, and if they perhaps don't save right away, or they're writing a paper or lesson plans and forget to hit save, then the power goes out or their computer crashes and they've lost everything that they did. What I really like is that it tells you immediately that it's saving, and it'll tell you that all changes have been saved. So if I was to make a change or just retype something, it tells you that it's saving and when it's done, and everything is done on the spot. You don't have to remember to save. It's perfect. Research. Not a lot of people know about this one, I don't think. This is really good for students. I have to remember where all the stuff is to turn it on. But when you go to, let's see, Tools, and you click on Research, it will basically opens up like a Google search right there in the window. So I can type whatever I'd like, anything that I'm looking for, and it'll go to have websites available to you and pictures. So if I wanted to add this picture to my document, I just simply click, drag it where I want it, and it puts it in there. I can, and then it cites it for you. So if you go to the bottom of the page, it'll cite where the image came from, which is really good for research. Also, if you're doing like a web page, and say you want to add something from this website and you need to cite it in your paper, it's automatically there. You can preview the site, you can insert the link, but then you can also cite it. And wherever your cursor is on the paper, like if you've put in a quote or something, and then you go over here and click cite, it will automatically add that and put it down at the bottom. So you no more problems with plagiarism, and well, unless they copy exactly, but it cites it for you, which is a really quick, awesome thing for research and for teaching kids how to cite materials that they're using. Very important. Sharing. You can share basically with anybody that has an email address. So if I had to go up here to the corner and I want to share this document, I'm going to share it with myself, just a different account. I just type in that email address. Now, right now I have it set to private, so only the people that I give access to it can see it. And they'll get an email with the link, but if they have a Google account, it will also automatically share it with them in their account. So I can choose whether I want this person to be able to edit the document along with me, only view it and add comments, or view it and not be able to do anything. So I'm going to say they can edit it as well. And I'm going to leave it private for now. But just to show you some of the options, you can make it public on the web. If you do that, when you click public on the web, you have to choose whether you want people to be able to edit it or read it. My suggestion is I would only give them read access, because if they have an account, they can make a copy of it and then make changes to it, and they're not changing your original. And then anyone with the link, which is good for people who don't have Google accounts, they can still click on the link and be able to see it. So I'm just going to leave it there for now. Save and send. I'm going to add myself and done. And so now if I go over to my other account and I click on shared with me, Google Doc Training, it pops right up. I can open it. I can see what the other person has done. Taking a minute to load with the picture. I can also see up here who is in that document. Now, if my other account was to close the document out, that picture would disappear. But if I have a bunch of people that I've shared with, whoever has it open at the same time as me, I can see who's active. And what's really cool is I can actually click on the comments, and instead of typing in the document so they can see what I'm saying or wanting to talk to them, it opens a chat window. I can type something. Now if I go back to my other account, there's my little chat. Say, how are you doing? And I can comment back. So you're not having to change the document to communicate. You can communicate while you're both in there at the same time. And I also see that that other person is working on the document at the same time. To do comments, this feature is really cool. If you have students doing research papers and they're sharing them with you, or you're sharing lesson plans with multiple other team members, you can actually insert comments. Instead of, say you don't want to change somebody's original text but you want to make a suggestion, you can insert a comment. So if I go here and I'm going to highlight the word stuff and I'm going to say insert comment. I like training better. And basically it highlights that word for that person and shows the comment. So I'm going to go back to the other account. Now when I click on that word, it pops up this comment. You'd be able to see it anyways, but it gives you the option when you're on it to reply. I like training better. So do I. So then I'm going to go ahead and change it. Go back to the other account and it's changed. Okay, and you can also see where the person is on the document, which is really neat. A new feature that they have added, which I like even better than the commenting, is this editing button up here. You can actually go into suggestion mode. These are the 3 different modes that you can be in while you're in Google Docs. The suggestion mode, great for teachers, great for multiple person collaboration. I'm going to put this into suggesting mode. Now when I make a suggestion, I'm going to say it keeps the original word but crosses it out and then gives the word that you've done. But it automatically inserts the comment and says that basically I would like to replace this word with this one. And if I go back to the other account, they see the same thing and they can say, yes, I like that better, or no, that's stupid, whatever. So they can, accept it or decline it, which is really neat. So I'm going to go ahead and accept it. We'll put it back to stuff. And so that's a really neat way. So teachers aren't actually editing a document. They're making suggestions to students on maybe words to change, or maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't want to give an exact word suggestion. That's a perfect reason to just use insert comment and leave a little comment suggestion. What is something better you could say, or so on. The download as has many. The one thing that teachers always ask me is how can I convert my document into a PDF so that if I post it or send it home, they're not able to make changes to it. So I would say go to File, Download As, and the newer versions of Microsoft Word do this also, but since Google is free, it's even better. So some of the options that they give you when you want to download a document, you can actually convert it into a Microsoft Word document. You can turn it into an open document, which is a free version basically of Word, I guess. Rich text format, and then PDF. So I can actually take this document, convert it into a PDF format, and I can use that to either upload to the web or send home in an email, so that parents aren't either looking at my original document and have the ability to change it. Great for lesson plans as well. One of the other things you can actually do is save as a web page, which is neat because it converts it into an HTML file. So students could actually create web pages within a Google document, and then you could download it as a web page and then put it on a server somewhere, and parents would be able to access their students' quote document / web page from the web. So that's that. If you don't have web editing software, or they don't use Wix or something like that, this is just another option of them. Maybe easier for the earlier grades, kindergarten through first, second, for them to start getting the idea of how to create a web page and what it should look like, and be able to publish it. One of the other cool features that Google has come out with, is Google Classroom. And it's not open yet to the public, but they have sent out invitations, and I recently got one. And it's kind of like an Edmodo type deal, but I can only imagine the possibilities because it's done by Google. I know Edmodo will let you link your Google accounts now so that you can share documents. So I'm very excited about this. I did get an invitation. I haven't had the chance to play with it yet. You send out an invitation code just like an Edmodo. So that is definitely something to look for. And if you're a Google district, this might be the perfect opportunity to use a classroom organization tool like Google Classroom. So I hope this has kind of helped everybody a little bit, kind of introducing some of just the basic tools. Google Docs does so much more. I could probably do a whole day on all the tools, but I hope this gives you a reason to get started and use it and love Google.